Hey YouTube, I'm back in San Diego. So the vlog, the Japan vlog. There's one more video that I haven't posted yet. I'm still editing it. It's basically that last day. I wound up with those couple days extra, but I'm back. I'm sharpening knives in the yard. Figured I'd throw up a quick video. I did an unboxing video yesterday of this, and somehow immediately erased it. So I had sent the Wee Knives on Instagram, told them I was doing an unboxing. What I got was, it's in the box. I got a Wee Knives Wee 601, and I'm pretty impressed. This is yet another one of, as much as it's going to pain the Apostle P.
Pay no attention to what I just said. It's not a Japanese knife. It's a Chinese knife, and it's going to pain the Apostle P.
Are doing things right. So right now, Wee Knives, Riat Knives, and Kaiser Knives are three companies these American knife makers need to watch out for. They really are, because this is a very nice knife. Now it has an issue. It's probably going to go back because I don't know if I want to play around and fix it. It's a little bit misground, and I mean, it's just a little off. A lot of people wouldn't catch it, but I'm not a lot of people. I sharpen knives professionally, and I'm getting ready to do it full-time as a business, hopefully in the next year or so. So I'm out here. I've got Benchmade Griptilian. We got some Karambit craziness going on. Got a guy that sent me these two. Now, I will say, the gentleman that sent me these, I'm looking into it for him. Bo, if you're watching, I will find out, hopefully, pretty sure. I'll have a definite answer for you before answering, because I'm afraid that these might be knockoffs. I haven't gotten a real chance to look into it yet. I am going to sharpen them for him, you know. He said that he believes he may have gotten screwed and gotten a couple of counterfeits. But we'll see. I do know this one had a lot of blade wobble, had a lot of blade play, and I tightened the pivot up, and I mean, it's rock solid now, and 50% lockup. I've seen a few of these, never owned one, so I've got to look into it, see if the wave feature's right. I'll look into the markings and things like that and let him know. Greg Berger, it's out here. I just took a knife apart. I took thumb studs off of a knife that I'm getting ready to throw up on the Edge Pro. But back to this, Wee Knives 601. So what you're looking at is S35 VN, titanium fittings, milled pocket clip. I'm not in love with the pocket clip. This is going to get some pocket time. I'm going to do an actual review. Action on it is awesome. Once it breaks in, it's going to be incredible. I'll turn the camera around here in a second, and we'll get some other video. So yeah, I'm just kind of taking a break from sharpening these three knives. I'm just getting set up, just getting started. I was just getting ready to... I took the thumb studs off this, and I've got it ready. I haven't decided. This may go on the Edge Pro because it's got kind of a bad misgrind at the tip that get in the house, dog, that I'm gonna have to correct. So I'm thinking that the Edge Pro would let me set that. I may set the angle on it on the Edge Pro and then go back and do freehand. That's one of the things that Edge Pro is really good at. If you're trying to correct a misgrind, rather than trying to fight through it by hand, I can do it and just basically just go on one side until I get the angle, and then lay it up and then finish it on my water stones, which is the way I like to do it. So yeah, let me get the camera turned around. We'll get a look at this thing. All right, guys. So this is, and this one's mine. I did get one. This is my Wee Knives Wee 601. I'm not a fan of the pocket clip. I don't like the milled pocket clips as much anymore as I like the bent spring clips, more like on my NTAC. People ask me what I miss most about the States. The fact that this was on the counter, well, in my safe at home. That's what I missed most. Pocket clip's kind of an issue with me. It's a little bit weak, but a lot of your milled pocket clips are. You've got the purple titanium fittings, and mine didn't come with any extra fittings. I don't know if that's whether they stopped doing that, but from what I understood, that they used to come with a spare set if you didn't like the purple. Just the raw titanium. It's a light bead blast on it, feels like. It's milled. Milled titanium all around here. It doesn't look like it's very aggressive, and it doesn't feel real aggressive, but what you get is it's got some good grip to it. There's not much of a choil up here. That's more of just a sharpening choil. You can't get your finger up on it, but there's some jimping up here where you can get up forward on it. Jimping on the spine. The handle's really comfortable. It's really comfortable. I like the grip you get on it. But what we come to is the reason I bought it is this unique grind that they use. So basically that's the same angle all the way through, but what they've done is they didn't thin the stock. You can see how thick it still is at the tip. And it comes down and it is really thick here at the tip. I have a Japanese sword that's like that, where it's heavy at the tip. It's called Niku at the tip, and it gives you a unique feel to the blade. It's tip heavy, which I like because then I know where the tip of that blade is. I can feel the forward. When you're doing any work up forward that, you know where the tip is. But you get that really gorgeous, unique grind, which is kind of a tanto, if you want to know the truth. And you can see how it comes up. Now, my issue is that the angle's just a little bit off from one side to the other. Now, I'm pretty sure I could do it. Now, I could probably fix it. I'm pretty sure of it. I do it for a living. But I may as well send it back, and get it ground. Because the flip side of it is, this knife came incredibly sharp. It's up there. It's up there with factory sharpness. I didn't get the two-tone that I had intended. I wound up getting hand-rubbed satin. And the hand-rubbed satin, if you can see it, I got some fingerprints on it. It's well done. Very well done. You get kind of a contrast with this little flat before you get up here into the swedge. But once again, yeah, that's just really, really thick. So what you've got is a really super strong tip. And it almost comes down, so when you get up here, you've almost got a Scandi grind here with the traditional edge up here. So this isn't going to be a very long video because I haven't carried it. I landed last night, so I've only been home for not even 15 hours yet. So yeah, basically that's just my quick unboxing. So in a box you get nice, and I mean it's a really nice case. You get a nice like felt or not felt, fleece lined case. You slide your knife up in the case. You could actually put two knives in here if you wanted to take two knives. You could stick another knife up in here, and you get the tool. They send you the actual tool to take apart your knife because this is not your standard hardware. Reminds me kind of some of the Marfione knives, customs, or I mean hardware. So forgive me. I don't have jet lag. I am tired. So let me flip this back around. I'll talk to you for a minute before I log off of this. So back in San Diego, didn't want to come. Honestly, did not want to come. I got a handful of knives for my friends Elliot Williamson and Chris Williamson and some of the guys that are up at the shop all the time when I go up there. I got a bunch of Japanese folding knives, friction folders. They're called Higo no Kami. There's one guy that makes them. It's an old dude. He's the last maker, or he's the last member of the guild that's still allowed to sell the knives under that name. So yeah, successful trip, had fun. Bo, I will get these out to you, these knives. I'll text you as soon as I get off the video here and let you know that I've started. Yeah, the thing I missed most about the States was the fact that all of my good knives were in my safe and I wasn't near the house. Rules on carrying a knife are really, really strict in Japan. You have, you can only have certain length, I think it's 6 centimeters, which really isn't very big. I did take a knife. I didn't carry it very much. Didn't want to have to go through the trouble of having to explain things if someone had asked the questions. I'm setting up my Edge Pro in the background while we're talking. A little bit of time passed between taking a shot of the knife and coming back around. So sorry if I seem distracted. Just getting back into my just basically talking to you and no one else videos. It's been a month since I did one, so yeah, but there's gonna be more to come. I got this craziness going on here that I've got to get done and out the door, and I think sometime this week, maybe Monday next week when I'm off, I'm going to talk to my bank about setting up my business account in my LLC. So you guys might start seeing, I might make a logo and put it at the front of my videos now that I have gotten better at editing. I had to, being in Japan, if any of you have watched those. I have a video that a month ago when I left had 30 views. When I landed, when I looked at it before I left Japan, it was at 600 views. I was like, wow, that's a lot in a month. Now that was before the day I left. I hadn't looked at any of my videos to see how many views and things like that. I don't track that. But I looked at it because I wanted to see if my video had posted for the one video for Japan, and I happened to notice 610 views. So this was the day that we were going to take me to the airport, which would be basically yesterday. Even though yesterday wound up being about 37 hours long. For me, it was still just one day. At any rate, there I go again. See, can't keep a train of thought. So anyway, it was like 610, 614, something like that. Right? And I landed, and just out of curiosity, I checked it again, like 12 hours later, 19 hours later, maybe. 715 views. Holy crap. This morning, 814 views. So I have one video, just one. It was the one I did about the cold steel knives. Apparently that video is popular. So went from 30 views to 800 and something when I looked at it. I think it was 814 somewhere in there this morning when I looked at it. So now I'm curious. Now I'm tracking it. So it's driving my wife nuts that I do all this YouTube stuff. Because I tried to explain to them, because in Japan, everybody sharpens their own knives. And I told them, I was like, well, that's great. This is in Japan. I do something that a lot of people don't know how to do. And my father-in-law was like, yeah, but people are sending you knives and they're paying you anywhere between $20 and $35, right? And he doesn't get it. He says, well, what are they cutting? And I explained, I have some customers that work in the oil fields, and they buy expensive knives because they're reliable. They buy Emerson's, and some of the guys are starting to notice, one of the guys that I do know is starting to notice that I carry a Ferrum Forge a lot. He says, well, is it really? I was like, dude, probably hands down, besides that little one my father gave me, this is the best knife I've ever owned. This meets all the wickets. If I could have to only keep one knife for the rest of my life, it would be this one. This would be the one. And as a matter of fact, I got one for my father for his retirement gift because I know how much I like mine. So back to it. The thing that my father-in-law was asking, he's like, well, I was like, well, when you buy a $500 knife, if you don't know how to sharpen it and you screw it up, you ruined a $500 knife. To send a $500 knife to someone like me, where I'm going to charge you $20, $25, $30, $35. I like to max out at like $35. If it's costing more than $35, it's because I'm fucking around and didn't, because I usually base it on how long it takes me. So, or how much actual physical labor is involved. So I told him, I was like, if you've got a $30 knife, no one's going to send me like a $30 knife. A $90 knife, you pay $25 to sharpen it. That's still, you're extending the life of that knife. So apparently my camera stopped. I didn't realize it. So that may have been a sign from a higher power that it's time for me to stop and actually get back to sharpening these knives, because I have customers that have knives on my counter that are waiting for them, and some more just showed up. So, yep, that's the end of the video. This is going to be a short one. We Knives, awesome. Once I carry this a little bit more, I'll do a better review of it. But like I said, smooth action, awesome quality. This one probably is going to go back just because the edge is not the way I want it. And after having looked at it, 'cause some time has passed, there's a little nick up forward. Like I said, I could take care of that, but I'm not going to. This is something that not sharpening my own knives. I don't get paid to do that. So, all right, YouTube, you guys have a good afternoon.